this was important because we talk a lot of stuff in intra community. And one of the biggest things that I saw hip hop, but really just community based, was Hocus 4/5. And I was sending you those clips.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we got 10 minutes for this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hocus 4/5, who's from the Bronx, he's from the Bronx, correct?
Yeah.
Did the Drop My Flag challenge.
Mm.
Now, we always talk positive and negative about a lot of stuff. So when somebody does something positive like this, everybody in hip hop media needs to echo it. If we could talk about the BS, then we can talk about the positive stuff.
Mm.
For Hocus 4/5 to pit a national Drop My Flag challenges, and for those of you who haven't put it together, it's pretty much telling gang members like, yo, it's time to grow up. You in your 30s and 40s, let's elevate beyond gang culture. And I'm sorry, that should be the biggest topic in hip hop
Mm.
in our communities right now. Is a black brother from our community that we know who looks like us is saying, yo, all right, let's drop our flags peacefully. What is your thoughts on that?
I think that's definitely a big step up. I think that's what's up. I think that's it been need to be said. It ain't benefiting nothing to do that.
Ain't no wins from gang wars.
That comes from let me tell you something. It comes from a lot of homeless fatherless homes. It comes from, them feeling like, yo, there's no way out, poverty. But if we create a table and stick together, we gonna win. Them gangs ain't creating that. They all they do is preach to the Nipsey Hussle's crew. There's nobody bigger than this set. How'd that work out?
Where's Big U at right now?
In jail.
Where's Suge Knight at?
In jail.
Where's a lot of them OGs like? And I don't want to say this in a disrespectful way. What was his name? Monster Cody.
In
a
jail.
lot. No, a lot of those OGs like Monster Cody died homeless. So some of those OGs that actually made it to 60 and 70, because there's stories on them. They're out there living in homeless camps. So you did all that gang banging to be 70 and homeless. And Monster Cody apparently died homeless.
Jesus.
So where did all that gang banging get us for the last 40 to 50 years within our culture? No matter if you're on the East Coast, West Coast, down South, whatever. So go ahead.
As far as hip hop, and I don't want to go into a rant, but it's funny how, Focus is saying this. How come Jimmy Iovine don't say that? How come Really R. Cohen don't say that? Because y'all be signing and promoting this music. How come they don't say that? You know why they don't say that? Because they benefit off of it. You know why they benefit off of it? Because they just get right out the way and let it pop off. And y'all stupid, you naive young brothers, and I'm being very nice when I say that, y'all choose to keep pushing the narrative, and at the end of the day, it's not working out. And the people that don't look like you and their kids are benefiting from it and getting trust and owning land and going to school off of all your destructive, ignorant behavior that you're displaying. Go ahead. Yeah.
And me just learning about jail towns, all those, because I live in upstate New York. And I even got family in the system. I'm not going to say who, but a lot of them cities in upstate New York, the whole county is built off of the jail system. The contracts to the jail system. And so, like, that's a whole loophole you can dive down. So as to add on to your point, they're benefiting from it hundreds of ways, not just in music, your ignorance, but in the jail system and in jail counties.
Yeah.
So that's why when I saw this, I was like, we got to talk about it. Everybody wants to talk about Young Thug and him on the telephone, and that's cute. But when it's something to elevate our culture, everybody's quiet. Why? Because y'all don't think y'all going to get a lot of hits from it. It's not popular that a black man is saying, yo, let's drop our flags. And I want to talk to another artist who spoke up about it because he talked about it 20 years ago. It's a rapper you like, and it's a rapper I like. The brother Saigon. Saigon been talking, and it's not to take away from Hocus, but Saigon had the song Color Purple, where he talked about pitting the flags together. Red and blue makes the color purple. That's the color of blood. So he had that song 20 years ago where he was trying to he actually got a music video out Go look up Saigon Color Purple music video and tell me what you see. He's about the only rapper to get Bloods and Crips in the same video to tie their flags together and talk about unity. So when I see Hocus 4/5 coming from a genuine place, speaking to our, and it's everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
He got OGs from all across until one podcaster, something 22, tried to make some comments and got G-checked by Styles P.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I threw that alley-oop.
Yeah.
Mr. You can sleep with my wife. Mr. I'm from New Hampshire, benefiting off the culture of hip-hop, tried to make fun of Hocus 4/5.
Right.
Basically try to make a joke out of it. And everybody was looking like, this ain't the time and the place for you to be inputting into our business, making a joke out of us elevating our culture because you benefit off of it.
Yep.
You like having them gangbangers on your podcast show.
Yep.
From fucking New Hampshire. And I'm not saying people from New Hampshire ain't thorough, but it ain't your ass just because you 6'4". You just benefit off of it. And those naive people that keep going on your podcast is gassing your head up. So I just thought I'd throw that little jab in there.
Let me also say this to rappers. Because you know we talked about Jimmy Iovine and all them, right? How come the managers always co-sign them going on podcasts and platforms like that? You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Remember how me and you talked about we're going to start calling out media? Because the NFL, don't worry, we got you. We're going to take care of you too. Don't worry, we got you in due time. We got you. Let me go back to saying, how come the managers for these artists and the publicists for these artists always seem to go on the same platform, speaking the same insanity of craziness, and it's okay? The minute it's some like an independent podcast, a black-owned podcast, they don't seem to want to deal with it. Oh, well, we'll get back to you another time. No, man. Then the artist falls off, or he's not it's not as hot as it is, and then they don't want to do it. They want you to come over there then. Yo, come talk to us. No. Oh, you're not gonna support us? No. Nope. And don't let me get started. So let me make this is a jewel I'm gonna drop. You artists, start looking at your publicist and manager and wondering why you only go into certain platforms. Wonder why. That's why your album will only reach a certain level. Because you're not pushing it on certain things. They're not asking you the right questions. No disrespect to other platforms, but they don't know how to ask you certain questions about your album, where you're from, what you're doing, how'd you come on. They don't know anything. They just know what's being on.
To the point I was making, they want to ask you about your street activity to benefit off of it.
How come nobody interviewed Slick Rick when his album came out? How come nobody's interviewed Ghostface? How come Fat Joe and Jada are the only ones that can interview Ghostface? Why his manager and publicists don't want to go out? I swear to God, if I reach out to them and I don't get no response, it's either they tell you they're busy or they don't even respond to you. How come they the only ones? We can't get that interview. But I guarantee we're the ones buying it. Guaranteed, the kid you had in that video, we got him on our platform. He ain't on nobody else's platform. And he has dope music. His name is Nizzle.
Oh yeah, we interviewed.
But nobody knows that because nobody's doing it. And there's a program director at 97 that keeps making excuses. There's no DJs pushing it. So it's on a bigger level to coincide, to circle all the way back around. Remember when me and you told you, and I guess this is why I do love with Dame. Dame calls people out. Because I saw the thing, and I'm not trying to go back there. Because, you know, he did the whole thing with Revolt, and they keep denying it. But he showed the screenshots of what they were telling him. So clearly he's not crazy. Point I'm making is, maybe, you know, we need to just start putting the names out and putting screenshots out of the management and saying, look, you see this guy right here? He keep putting certain artists on certain platforms, and he don't put them on with black-owned independent platforms. So all this, you know, we need to all stick together. Yeah, because now it's convenient to stick together. Because now your album's not pushing, or now you're not relevant as you was, and it's not that you're a bad person. You're listening to the wrong person. They're telling you wrong. They're telling you wrong. So let me make this, and let me coincide. The put the flag down thing is a great thing because let me tell you something. That ignorance and stupidity, and let me tell you something else. Go and listen. The whole adult thing, I'm all for it. I'm an adult fan. I get it. But I'm just wondering how you can move like that and get the interviews you get. Hell, we don't even go nowhere near that. We can't even get near that.
Oh, you talking about New Hampshire boy.
The toughest street dudes are all rocking with that guy and what he does.
New Hampshire, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying it.
And it's all good. You go up to them, nah, I ain't rocking with you. Oh, really?
That's why I appreciate him jumping in our business when Hocus 4/5 came out with that.
Let me tell you real quick, and I'm going to share this story. Me and D did a magazine cover with a DJ issue. I'm not gonna say no names. DJs were getting at us about why they wasn't on that cover. We were emailing and nobody was responding, and we kind of moved on. So when you didn't get on, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Maybe you need to go talk to your manager or publicist. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing about it, let me end this with that: they look like us. Just like some of the NFL media people, they look like us, and they talk to us like we trash bags. Leave that right there. I'm gonna get the screenshot of old boy from the Jets. I'm not letting that go. I'm telling you, we're gonna start exposing you. What you gonna do? Tell us no, because you've been doing that.
So I want to circle this back around
because I don't want to leave it on. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
To circle back around what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because I interjected with that media platform, and that's why you went on that rant.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't appreciate him kind of making a joke out of something so huge, because gang culture has been plaguing our community since the 70s.
It's got to go.
No matter if the Midwest, West Coast, East Coast, whatever. So I want to big up Hocus 4/5. Much love and light to whatever you doing out there. We definitely support it over here, and we hope that it gets bigger than just a trending topic. I want to see grown adult men saying, yo, I done neglected my family for 20 years in and out of jail for some blocks that we don't own, and that right now we're not even in position to own. I done lost my cousin. I done lost this. I done lost that. It's time.
It goes in kind of, can I say something again? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Because you made a great point. It's okay to tell the stories about what happens in the community.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think somewhere went wrong was we were promoting it to be cool.
Yeah.
And it's not cool.
It's not.
You get what I'm saying? It's okay to tell a story saying, yo, we saw a dude, he's on the block, he was hustling, pop, pop, pop. We get it. We get the stories you're telling. But you when it's starting to be promoted like it's a cool thing to do, that's not. Because Saigon, as to allude to your point, has made it clear, he sat in jail and nobody was promoting their numbers. Nobody promoting like I got 25 years. They all want to go home, but they know they stuck in there. They know what they signed up for, but they G it up and take it on the chin. So,
and mind you, the dudes that make it out alive, that do they bids and that come home with the same mind, they want to leave that life alone.
Yeah.
The real dudes like the Saigons and the other people, that the 50 Cents that actually made it. 50 Cent might be one of the big, and we're going to talk about him next briefly before we go to our sports topics.
Yes.
He might be one of the most realist, quote unquote, former gangster rappers in our culture that survived that. Do you see 50 Cent glorifying any of that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about him making movies. I'm talking about in his raps, like, oh, yo, I did that.
No.
And he actually survived what y'all lie about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave that there. You got anything else to add on?
Yeah, I think that at this point, and I get it, like I said back then, you got it, but it needs to go down. The flag needs to go down. They ain't doing on promoting violence, fatherless homes. At what point? At what point?
I hate to give history lessons because y'all be like, oh, here go this ninja about some damn history. A lot of this happened from when we as a people left the South. Wherever your family was at, whether it was Texas, Louisiana, Florida, wherever, when that first wave of migration happened and black people migrated to Detroit, and we left we left half our family behind and went up to Detroit, or you left your family in Louisiana and headed out to California in 1940, and you landed in Watts, and you left your family and ended up in New York. We lost our sense of identity and then started clicking up and forming gangs as a means of survival. We ain't got to do that no more. I see, like as you said, when you see another brother, stop screw facing him. Yeah. Just because he from around the corner and you from downtown and you from uptown and you from 63rd and you.
None of those countries.
None of that shit matters.
None of those people that look like us, that whether you're in R&B, country, or rock and roll, would care.
No,
they don't care.
But this in general, going back to us,
right?
When your great grandparents left Mississippi and ended up in Chicago, that wasn't a means for you to look at somebody from 63rd and say, "Yo, we about to start an endless gang war behind that."
That makes no point, because at the end of the day, you don't own nothing.
Not a damn thing. So I'll go ahead.
There's an OG at long. Let me tell you a quick bit. So it was an OG I used to look up to, right? And I'm not gonna say his name. And he used to talk crazy. He used to look cool in the streets. You know, as I got older, I started losing respect for him because he didn't father his children. He looked cool, but in the back end, he just looked cool. That's all he has. He just looks cool in the street.
Cool don't look good at 60.
Right. So at the end of the day, you weren't fathering your children. You were doing what society wanted you to do, have multiple kids and not father them. You were being a coward. You were doing things to women you shouldn't have been doing. You were attacking your own community and culture, and you have nothing to show for it. See, like what our grandparents did, what our fathers did as being men, that's cool. And I think that's not talked about. It's not pushed and promoted. But maybe if we start taking accountability and doing our own stuff. The one thing I keep hearing about Tyler Perry and all that. If you ever notice in his movies, you all notice that all of the men are successful or they're hardworking. You ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
So as much as they want to say and I'm gonna bring it all back in. As much as you want to say he's putting on some whatever show, whatever they want to call it back in the day. At the end of the day, because there's a director that criticized him.
Spike. Oh, should I?
Oh, you can say his name.
Spike Lee.
That's what I'm alluding to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All those years with all that money, all those Knick games you went to, what do you own? How many buildings do you own in Brooklyn? I just want to help me understand. And you know how where it goes back to what Dame said, if we don't own things, didn't ESPN cancel his documentary? If you owned it, how could they cancel it? But yet and still, you want to run over here and talk about somebody else. Otherwise, their images are us being positive. As much as you want to say whatever, and I don't agree with some of the things, some of the movies he comes out with, I get it, and he's explained it. But let me also say, I've seen it where the majority of them, we're hardworking brothers. And we go through it. And whether they were doctors, cops, lawyers, just everyday businessmen, construction workers, he had them in there. There were positive images. Yet somehow we keep running back to the negative about it. So when I see, put your flag down, there ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying, yo, I want to go home. I want to work every day. And let me tell you to you young brothers, and I'm not trying to disrespect women, any woman that thinks that's cool, let life take care of them. Trust me, the best thing you can do is leave them alone. Trust me when I tell you. So that's just all I want to say. I apologize for interrupting you. Go ahead.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Salute the Hocus 4/5. We're going to keep pushing that. And as you grow, we'll continue to shed light on it.